Greeting for the day, everyone. I am Kavish Bilzaria, and I am here to discuss about data science third internal exam and its solution. So let's start with the first question. The question says, which paradigm of data research involves asking what problems can be solved given some data? Options are hypothesis driven, data driven, model driven, or analysis driven. So the answer is actually B, that is data driven. The justification says that the data driven approach begins with existing data to uncover patterns and problems, contrasting with hypothesis driven research that starts with a question. Now let's move on to second question, which is unstructured data can't be easily stored in tables, spreadsheets, relational databases, or images or audio. So the correct answer is C, that is relational databases. The justification says that the relational databases require rigid schemas, making them unsuitable for unstructured data like images, audio, or free form text without prior processing. Now let's move on to third question. The probability of an event E is calculated as the options are product of all probabilities, sum of probabilities of outcomes in E, average of probabilities, and the last option is maximum probability. The right answer, as it could be, is sum of probabilities of outcomes in E. The justification is simple. For discrete events, the probability of E is the sum of probabilities of all individual outcomes constituting E. Now let's move on to the fourth question, which is in descriptive statistics, which measure is useful for skewed distributions or data with outliers? The correct answer would be median. Why? The median as the middle value is resistant to extreme values and skewness, offering a more representative central tendency than the mean in such cases. Now, the fifth question says, during data cleaning, artifacts are. The correct answer is, as you can see, systemic problems that can be corrected. Now, the data artifacts are often identifiable, systemic errors that can be removed or corrected, improving data quality. This is the justification. Now, moving on to seventh question. The normal distribution follows the 80-20 rule, 68, 95, 99.7 rule, Poisson variance, long tails. The correct answer is, of course, 68, 95, 99.7 rule. The justification is clear that this empirical rule describes the proportion of data falling within 1, 2, and 3 standard deviations from the mean in a normal distribution, essential for understanding data spread. Now, moving on to the next question. In modeling, the error term E consists of only reducible error, only irreducible error, or reducible and irreducible error. And the last option is bias only. So the correct answer is both reducible and irreducible error. So uh, total model error comprises both reducible error, which can be minimized by model improvement, and irreducible error, inherent noise in the data generating process. Moving on to the next question, Occam's razor suggests choosing the most complex model, simplest model with equal performance, most flexible model, model with highest variance. The answer is simplest model with equal performance. The justification is Occam's razor advocates for C money among competing hypotheses that explain the data equally well. The simplest solution is preferred. Now, moving on to 10th question. Parametric models risk new assumptions, wrong assumptions leading to bad results, overfitting always, high interpredictability. Wrong assumptions leading to bad results is the correct answer. The justification is parametric models rely on specific functional forms. If these assumptions are violated by the data, the model's performance will suffer significantly. Now, moving on to the next question. For classification evaluation, precision is there are some formula given. The option A is TP upon TP plus Fn, TP upon TP plus Fp, true positives over total, area under ROC. The correct answer is, as you can predict, TP upon TP plus Fp. The justification is precision measures the proportion of correctly predicted positive observations among all positive predictions, indicating the accuracy of positive classifications. Now, moving on to the 12th question. In linear regression, coefficients are found using second order optimization, minimizing RSS, maximizing variance, or clustering. The correct answer is minimizing RSS. The justification is ordinarily least squares in linear regression determines coefficients by minimizing the residual sum of squares, that is RSS, ensuring the best fit line to the data. Now moving to 13th question. The question says logistic regression predicts numerical values, probabilities using sigmoid, clusters, or distances. The correct answer is probabilities using sigmoid. The justification says logistic regression employs the sigmoid function to transform linear inputs into probabilities suitable for binary classification tasks. Now, the 14th question says Euclidean distance is Minkowski with k equal to 1, 2, infinity, or 0. The answer is 2. The justification is simple. The Minkowski distance is a generalized metric. Setting k equal to 1 gives Manhattan distance and k equal to 2 yields Euclidean distance. Now moving on to the 15th question. K means clustering assigns observations to farthest centroid, closest centroid, random centroid, or hierarchical levels. Their answer is easy, as you can see, closest centroid. The justification is K means operates by iteratively assigning each data point to the nearest cluster centroid, minimizing the distance within clusters. Now, the 16th question says decision trees are prone to underfitting, overfitting, high bias, or low variance. The right answer is overfitting because without proper regularization, like pruning, decision trees can become excessively complex, learning noise in the training data and performing poorly on unseen data. Now, moving on to the 17th question. In neural networks, activation functions introduce linearity, non-linearity, bias only, or weights only. The correct answer is non-linearity because activation functions enable neural networks to model complex, non-linear relationships in data, moving beyond simple linear transformations. Now, to the 19th question. In SQL, to combine rows from two tables based on related columns, uh, we would choose which option? Select, where, join, group by. The correct answer is join. As you know, the join clause is the standard SQL command for merging rows from two or more tables based on a common column relationship. Now, the last question in this section, Python DQ supports key value pairs, pend and pop from both sides, unique elements only, heap operations. I think this was the most easiest question. The answer is, of course, append and pop from both sides. Justification is a deck is optimized for efficient insertion and deletion of elements from both the front and the back. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now we would continue with the second section in the second video. Thank you.